All right, going to talk about new Oklahoma quarterback commit John Mateer, the former Washington State quarterback in the transfer portal. #1 quarterback in the portal, at least last time we checked, and has just committed to Oklahoma last night. So we're going to look at a few clips, actually like probably 9 or 10 clips of film that demonstrate what he did well at Washington State. But before we look at those clips, before we dive into the film a little bit, let's talk about what he did well and talk about Mateer for 1 to 2 minutes, what you can potentially expect, and then we'll dive into the film. And OU fans or just fans in general, if you haven't seen his channel before, if you have, our microphone's not working, so we're trying something out new, so I'm sorry if the quality is not as good, but hopefully the microphone will be back next time. So John Mateer, 2024 starting quarterback for Washington State, 3,139 yards passing, 29 touchdowns in the air, 7 interceptions, 9 yards per attempt, 64% completion percentage, had 826 yards on the ground, and 18 touchdowns on the ground. He's definitely the funnest quarterback that most people didn't watch play this year. Oklahoma fans, I'm sure you're diving back into Washington State film. Go check out the San Jose State game. A lot of fun plays there. Made some good plays against Washington as well. Had some big games. He could be the funnest quarterback in the SEC this year if he does hit. So what did he do well? What are some strengths that he brings to the table? Let's talk about that real quick and then dive into the film. So the ability to push the ball downfield, I think, is one of his biggest attributes, and you can say that's because of the offense, which now that his OC is there, you can combine them back together again. But they push the ball downfield in various ways. It wasn't just bombs, which we're about to see. His ability to pass on the run, whether it's a quarterback design run or whether he's going off script, is key. And then quarterback runs, you can really create an offense, not around him running the ball, but it's going to be part of the offense of quarterback design runs and also going off script and scrambling. He's just a fun quarterback to watch, man. Like, this extremely fun. So what he was able to do well through the passing game, he was good on both play action and straight drop back throws. So he could hit guys that were schemed open. He could also throw open receivers. On play action last year, again, the new OC at OU, we put out a video about him a week or so ago. New OC from Washington State, they should fit in perfectly. But on play action last year, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 10 yards per attempt. Not on play action, so dropping straight back, 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 8.7 yards per attempt. The vertical threads there, like we talked about, 25 completions where the ball was thrown 20 yards or more downfield. Last year, OU had 8 total, 7 from Arnold and 1 from Hawkins. The Hawkins one was that deep ball against Auburn, if y'all remember. And he was good at whatever the defense threw at him, whether they blitzed or whether they didn't blitz, and they dropped 7 or 8. When they blitzed, he had 14 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, 8.7 yards per attempt. When they didn't blitz, when they dropped 7 or 8, he had 15 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, 9.2 yards per attempt. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and dive into some film. We got like 9 or 10 clips of Mateer that we're going to check out that do a good job of demonstrating what we just talked about. Then we'll wrap this video up. So I do apologize about the microphone. Hopefully the quality sounds okay. We're trying to get the microphone back up and going. So with that said, let's go ahead and check out the film of John Mateer. All right, Oklahoma fans, so if you've seen this channel before, you know this is broadcast footage. We do apologize. We have to slow down the video a little bit, but it does a good enough job getting the point across. The first few clips we'll see, in the majority of these clips are going to be John Mateer pushing the ball downfield vertically. Again, 25 completions, the ball thrown 20 yards or more in the air, something that I know will be a welcomed sight for OU fans. But they're all different types of plays for the most part. So here the first few clips are good examples of the blitz. Remember, against the blitz and against 7 or 8, when the defense dropped 7 or 8, he had success. So a good example against the blitz, ball comes out quickly, ball's pushed downfield for a touchdown here against Boise State. Yards per attempt, again, right at 9, I believe we said overall. So did a good job pushing the ball downfield. Here's a good example against the blitz. He stands in the pocket, throws a good quick route right. Now you're taught as a quarterback, wherever the blitzer is coming from, that's where you usually want to throw to because there's a space open there. That's exactly what happens here. Throws it, nice touchdown for Mateer as he takes a shot as well into the end zone. All right, so we got, let's see, I think another clip coming up showing his ability against the blitz. Let's check it out. So they only bring 3. So they bring 3. Remember, he did good with it. Whatever the defense threw at him, he was able to adapt. So a good example here, adapting. The defense drops 7 or 8, goes through his progressions. And this is what I mean by the ability to push the ball downfield, but in different ways. It doesn't have to be bombs downfield. This is still a 20-something yard throw in the air, but it's a deep out here. He throws it where there's space. He throws it into the zone. Ends up being a good play. Another example here against Texas Tech. They end up winning. Yeah, Washington State wins this game against Tech. So we're going to see they only bring 4. They have a little spy on Mateer right here, which I'd imagine most teams are going to spy on Mateer. So they drop 7 guys, able to throw it downfield for touchdown. Again, I apologize for the slow motion and for the microphone. Usually we have a microphone that we're just having trouble figuring out, and not very good technology, but hopefully this is still decent enough quality. So we're seeing the vertical passing game over and over again. We're seeing different ways to do it. We're seeing him go against the blitz, and then we're seeing him go like this whenever they're bringing 3 or 4. So they're bringing 3 here, dropping 8, throwing here. You see the DB sitting back here. That's a tougher throw than it looks. He makes it look easy there. He has to throw a nice 2-ball on that throw. So he has to have enough juice on it before the safety gets over, but he has to throw it in the air enough too to get over this DB here. So a good 2-ball, good mature throw there by John Mateer. Let's see what play. Yeah, so I like this play coming up next. Ends up being a touchdown for Mateer. The defense drops 7. You can see whatever they throw at him, he's able to have success. They only bring 4, but they basically have 5 that are not in the passing game because of that spy right there. So again, I think you can take advantage of the defense when they are dropping, when they are having a spy. It's almost like it takes away from the blitz. It also takes away from the coverage in the backfield, so you can have a good potential there for a touchdown. And we've seen play action. We've seen straight dropbacks. Again, he had basically half of his touchdowns are on play action, half are on straight dropbacks. Good job evenly doing that. Pressure comes in his face, able to still throw a nice ball downfield for a touchdown. So let's go ahead and move on. So now we see the ability of his legs, right? One of the biggest strong suits, which both quarterbacks for OU had last year, which is great. He just is a little... he's got some playmaking ability, that's for sure. But anyway, so we see the ability to have the quarterback design rollout. So it's quarterback design run, use your legs, get outside the pocket, throw a nice easy ball for a touchdown. He's also able to go off script, which is what makes him really special here. So we got a passing play here. And this is one of my favorite runs from Mateer. I mean, if you just took like a screenshot of if you took a screenshot of, we'll pause it like right here. You're like, okay, you got like basically 3 guys coming in. No way he breaks it. Well, he does. Demonstrating his athletic ability, which I don't know if people had any idea how athletic he really was until he rushed for 836 whatever yards, 860 whatever yards this year. Breaks the tackle right there, makes another guy miss. Boop. Then you're going to see him make another guy miss. Boop. Then gets upfield, right? So the ability to go off script, I think, is huge. Now, Arnold was able to go off script, Hawkman was able to go off script, but there was no threat of the passing game for either last year. And so the defense was able to just kind of focus on the running quarterback. Well, you can't really do that here, especially with Mateer's ability to push the ball downfield. Also, let's see. Oh, yeah, this is one of my actually favorite passes. Watch him move in the pocket, throw from off angle. He's able to throw from any position on the field. That's sick right there. As like a quarterback junkie, as like an athletic fan, seeing a quarterback being able to do that is always a fun sight to see. And the last clip we'll watch is, I think what makes him so fun. Like, I don't want to say Johnny Manziel-ish because that's always like an easy cop-out, but he rolls out and just kind of finds a way to get the job done. So overall, you see him have success on play action and then have success without play action, so he's very versatile. Well, he just kind of tosses it in for touchdown. And then you see him, the ability to adapt to whatever the defense throws at him against the blitz when they drop 7 or 8, and then his running ability, his ability to go off script, but also his ability to have design runs, ability to have design rollouts that can lead to off script plays for John Mateer. So Oklahoma fans, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about John Mateer? We'll do some more content and some more content combining him and the new OC at OU as well, which we put out a video of the new OC a few weeks ago. But if you like this type of video, OU fans, please consider subscribing to the channel. We do a lot of SEC quarterback content. We'll be putting out a lot of John Mateer content through the offseason. Like the video, share. It helps us grow. Again, sorry that the microphone isn't here. Hopefully it's good enough quality still, and we'll get that fixed relatively soon. Anyways, thanks for watching. Keep following us along. It helps us grow. We'll see you next time. Peace.